Are you thinking about moving to Chattanooga and you're trying to figure out if it's the best place for you or your family, and you're trying to search for videos on other people that have made the move to Chattanooga? I've moved here two separate times, once when I was single and once when I had a family with kids, and here are the reasons why we decided to move to Chattanooga. Like I talked about in the opening, I moved here two separate times. The first time was after the military. I went back home. I don't really know what to do, but I had a bunch of friends that had moved to the area to go to school. So I was like, you know what the heck? Let me go ahead and move to this Chattanooga area. I never heard about it before, but I'm so glad that I moved here. Being here as a single person is completely different than the choices I made about moving here with wife and kids. And today we're going to describe kind of a couple of the different choices, mainly focusing on more of the kids aspect. But one of the main reasons why I moved here as a single person is because it wasn't a big city, right? So a lot of the times people, when they're younger and they want to go to college, whatever the case may be, they want to go to a bigger, thriving city where there's a huge party scene, and that's not the thing here in Chattanooga. Chattanooga does not have a big party scene, and for them and for some that's a really big con. But for me, in my stage and where I was in life, I didn't want to be around that, and I didn't want to have that. I wanted to be in an area and in a city where I can focus more on building relationships, going to school, hanging out with friends, and having more of an outdoor type life, and having an area where you get weather with all four seasons, but at the same time not living somewhere where you can get 4 feet of snow. I did want winter, but not a really long winter. I wanted more of a mild winter. So that's one of the main reasons I moved here as a single person, that I didn't really want the night party scene. I wanted to move somewhere where it was a smaller city, but at the same time a city where I can go to school. There was a bunch of outdoor activities and an area that had great weather all year round and had all the seasons with a mild winter. Real quick, I'm an agent here in Chattanooga, and I absolutely love helping people move here. So if you're considering moving to Chattanooga, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text to the number on your screen. I would love to help you guys out and love the opportunity to serve you and help you see if Chattanooga is a place for you and to find you a home here in Chattanooga. So with that being said, let's get back into today's video. One of the reasons that we decided to move here as a family was because we wanted to raise our kids in this type of environment. Now, I have friends that live all over the country, some in really big cities and some even more rural places than we do here in Chattanooga. But for the most part, we did not want to raise our family or our kids in a very crazy, hustling, bustling type of environment. We wanted more of a country, suburb type feel, and that's exactly what you can find here in Chattanooga. We also went to school here, so we had a lot of friends that kind of stuck around the area. It did take us a while to build that community, but it really took a lot of our own effort and making connections and making even more friends and digging deeper and building those relationships. But now that we've been here, after we moved here back since 2018, we have a really nice community. We love the area where we are raising our kids. So if you're looking for an area that's kind of slower pace, it's a smaller city but has all the big city amenities, you want more of a country feel, the outdoor life here was very important to us as far as kids, because we could be outside. Our kids just go outside and play all the time, probably 10 months out of the year, except for the 2 really cold months or really rainy months that we have here. Our kids are outside, and that's kind of the environment that we wanted to raise our kids in. So one of the main reasons why we decided to move here when we had kids is because we wanted to raise our kids in this type of city and environment. Another reason why we decided to move here is because the price or the cost of living. Yes, prices have gone up here over the last couple years, but they've gone up everywhere, right? This is not the cheapest place that you can find in the US or even in Tennessee. I believe there are some other cities that are a little bit cheaper, but for the most part, the cost of living here is way cheaper than you can find in other big cities. We were coming from Florida, and the cost of living there is way more than you can find here. I get a lot of people from Florida wanting to move here because it's just getting so expensive over there with property taxes. Everything is getting crazy, and they're looking for cheaper cost of living, and you can definitely find that here in Chattanooga. Whether it's gas or groceries, things to do. I mean, a lot of the times in the spring, summer, and fall, you're not even spending money on things because you're going hiking, you're going fishing, you're going mountain biking or hiking, or whatever it is that you're into, especially in the outdoor life. You're not paying for those things, so you save a lot of money. You can do a lot of things with your friends and your kids outdoors. You can spend a lot of times outdoors, and that's cheap, right? But as far as the things that you have to pay, like the housing costs and gas and all that other stuff, it is a lot cheaper than the national average and a lot cheaper than the bigger cities in Tennessee. So that's a really big reason why we wanted to move here, is because we love the cheaper cost of living. The other reason why we decided to move here is, I've already hinted at it, is the outdoor life, right? So the first time, or when me and my wife got married and we wanted to see where should we move or where should we live, we decided to move back to Florida in the area that she's from, in the Tampa area. And we're like, you know what? We have family there. It's a great place to live because we can still be outdoors. There's the beach, there's all these different things. And we really didn't feel that when we lived there. Yes, it was great being close to family, but Florida gets very hot, right? In the summer, most everybody stays indoors in the middle of the day. So we're trying to go out to the parks, we're trying to go to the beach, we're trying to go to different places, but it was so hot and nobody wanted to do things with us. We're like, you know what? Why don't we just move back to Tennessee, where we just absolutely love the outdoors, because we're outdoors type people. If you follow me on social media, you'll see that we always do hikes with our kids, or we always play outside. We're always outside trying to do something. And we were trying to live that type of lifestyle in Florida, and it's great because you have the beach, right? So if you love the beach, and we absolutely love the beach, it was awesome. But it's not like we were going to the beach every weekend. We'd go maybe once a month or once every other month, because it was about an hour away, and it was just hot and miserable and unbearable in the summer to actually even do anything outdoors. In the winters, however, in Florida, it's absolutely amazing. Hands down, it's awesome to be there in the winters. But for the most part, we wanted to live somewhere where there was mountains too, right? We missed how beautiful the nature is here. Florida was very flat for us and didn't really give a lot of the things that we love. So we wanted to come to Chattanooga because of the great outdoors. We love hiking. We love, I love mountain biking and just trail running. We love being outdoors with our kids. So moving to Chattanooga, a big reason was the outdoor lifestyle that you can live here in Chattanooga. One of the reasons why we decided to come to Chattanooga, especially after having kids, is because we wanted to live somewhere that we could find different types of lifestyles or different types of areas to live in. So for example, when we first moved out here, we wanted more of a suburb or more country type feel, and that's where we live now. But if for some reason we ever get tired of that, maybe if our kids grow up and we want to live closer to big city amenities or live in an area that's walkable, you have that here too. A lot of people that reach out to me, they want to live in areas that are a little bit busier, and they could just walk outside of their house and walk to the grocery store or walk to get coffee. There's areas like that here as well. So I love the ability to live in the country or more rural type setting where you can have chickens, you can have land, you can have acreage, or you can have a townhome or a condo or a small house that's closer to things, that Target's down the road, that the mall is there, you can walk to coffee shops. You have the ability to move here, and kind of as the years go on and maybe your lifestyle changes, you can live in different areas and get different things. And we really wanted that in the city that we moved to, and Chattanooga definitely has that. one of the key things that we also look into in where we wanted to live is the growth of the city that we were living in. We didn't want to live in a huge city, but we did want to move somewhere that was going to experience some type of growth so that we can grow in our careers and that we can grow in an area that we can live in an area that's growing as well, because it brings a lot of amenities, but at the same time, we can still live a little bit off if we want that country life, right? And Chattanooga is just that. Tennessee in general is growing like crazy. Chattanooga is not the fastest growing city, but it's one of the top 2 or 3 fastest growing city in the Tennessee area. And with that growth brings a lot of opportunities. Like, I'm a real estate agent and I have a lot of you people that reach out to me, and I love helping you guys move to the area. But my wife's a nurse, and we wanted to live somewhere that healthcare was going to grow and just have the ability to grow with the city, right? So here we have so many industries and companies that provide great careers for people that are looking to move here. For example, we have EPB Fiber Optics, which is the company that has utilities and fiber optics internet, right? So it's called Gig City because it was the first city in the country that offered 1 gigabyte of upload and download speed of internet for $70. Now I think you can get up to 25 gigs of upload and download speed, which is absolutely crazy. But it's a city that's trying to work on its infrastructure for internet and Wi-Fi so that it can bring a lot of tech companies. We have Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Tennessee. We have Unum. We have McKee Foods, which makes all the Little Debbie snack cakes here. We have the Volkswagen plants that produce all the Passats and a couple of different cars, including the electrical cars that they're going to make in the US is going to make here. I mean, we have a bunch of industries and a bunch of huge companies that are in the area that are great for careers and for growth, plus a lot of startup tech companies that are coming here because of the great internet that we have. So we wanted to live somewhere that's going to experience growth and that we can grow with the city, and Chattanooga definitely has that. Now, with that growth, we also wanted to be part of an area that, even though it's going to grow and grow fast, it's going to try to hold on to its values. So that's something that Chattanooga has that I feel like distinguishes itself from different cities, maybe in Tennessee or around the nation. It's growing like crazy, but it's still keeping its small town values. We still have manners. We still open the door for each other. We say please and thank you. The way we order at the restaurants, the way we treat other people, the way we are neighborly to each other, or we leave each other alone if that's what you desire. But overall, we treat each other with kindness, and the friendliness that you'll see from the people here, it's absolutely amazing. Every time I get people that reach out to me that are visiting the area, the first thing they mention is like, wow, you are absolutely correct. The people here are so friendly, so warm and kind, and that's a big draw for people that want to live in that type of area. And we absolutely love that about Chattanooga. Another reason why we wanted to live here is because of the location where Chattanooga sits. So we sit right before you get into Georgia. And the reason why it's a great location is because, for example, I mentioned that we love the beach, right? But we would go once a month or once every other month. We can still do that living in Chattanooga. If you go east of us, you can hit the South Carolina or Georgia coastline in 5.5-ish hours. We've gone to Savannah a couple of different times. It's only 5.5 hours away to hit the beach there. Or you can go down to the Florida Panhandle to Destin or Panama City Beach or many other areas in 6.5 hours. It's a great location because you can hit up the beach for the weekend and be back by Monday before work. So if you just want to get the beach out of your system, maybe, January, February was a cold winter, and March or April, you want to hit up the beach for a couple of days, you can definitely do that while living here. Other reasons is we have big cities within a couple of hours of a drive. So we have Nashville, northwest of us, 2.5 hours away, and we have Atlanta about 2 hours south of us. So anything you need as far as maybe there's concerts or professional sports teams that you want to go see, whatever the case may be, we have big cities around us, but at the same time we're sheltered here in Chattanooga. But you can just get away for the weekend, or if you're into partying and you want to go out and party for the weekend or party for the night, you can get away for just a day and do that and find what you're looking for. And the last reason, or not the last reason, but the last reason I'm going to talk about is the weather. We moved to Florida and we're like, you know what? We missed the weather there. We both grew up in Florida and we missed that. But having been here for college and being here for 4 years, we didn't notice how much we love the weather here. We decided to move back because, one, we missed the fall. We missed having a winter. Now, yes, it can get long sometimes, especially for a Florida boy like me. I love the hot humidity, warmth of the summer, but at the same time, you know, I love when it snows outside and I can go and play with my kids. We can go down the hill sledding. We can make snowmen, but it just lasts for 2 to 3 months max. It's very mild. It doesn't snow that much, but I love the fall. After a really hot and humid summer, fall time is absolutely amazing. And the trees, the colors that it turns is just beautiful. And the spring after summer is so nice because everything blooms and is turning bright green. Allergies can kick in a little bit and that can be a negative, but overall you get about 9 to 10-ish months of the year where outdoors is just beautiful. You can hike, you can be outside, and you can do all the things that you love as far as outdoors go. So the weather was a really big reason why we decided to move back to Chattanooga. And that's today's video, guys. I hope I was able to give you my perspective on why we decided to move here. I hope that helps you guys make the decision whether you are or you're not going to move to Chattanooga. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me on the number you screen. Give me a call or shoot me a text. Find me on social media. Hit me up with a message there. I absolutely love helping you guys move here. And with that being said, take care and God bless.